Hello everybody, Shocking 1000 here, reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. In the last episode, we started our journey to find help after being banished from the Jubilee village of the survey course of the Galaxy team. This time, after being tasked of visiting the 3 lakes. We've already done the first one of Mesprit's trial, meaning the other 2 will be Azelf and Yuxi are doing their trials. We're going to be tackling them this episode. I know that Pokemon spoke with you, yet the words did not reach my ears. It's mysterious. But I suppose when dealing with someone who fell from the sky, it's only natural to encounter mystery. Next, on to Lake Fala and Lake Aquity. So here you can basically choose, well honestly, you can choose which one of the 3 lakes you can visit at any given point. You really can. Looks like that worked out well, Miller. I must say, you know an awful lot about Hishui, Folo. I suppose a merchant like you sees all sorts of things in their travels. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm just naturally filled with curiosity. I want to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. The same goes for me. Our clan settled at the very spot where our forebears once beheld Almighty Sinnoh, but I have still never seen Almighty Sinnoh for myself. Weighty matters to ponder for sure, but we have an important task before us. Do you want to return to Mr. Kokita's home? Yeah, let's head back. Perfect. I would like to see what she thinks of our progress. Ah, Mesprit's plume. So the legends told it true. Then the red chain must be real as well. I beg your pardon, Kogita, ma'am. But what do these Pokemon that represent the mind have to do with this red chain? And why exactly should it be binding the world? Your doubt suggests a keen intelligence. I see you're not your clan's leader for nothing. Without the mind, were the rift to widen and the very world to end, would we even know it? One might even say the world, time, space, all creation exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. Perhaps the red chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is. What? So, does the mind create the world, but isn't it the other way around? Or is it... Such a myths, my child. Teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more of ourselves, on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh and on the nature of the world in which we dwell. You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all we have to do is complete 2 more trials and we get the red chain. How nonchalant you sound. How confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag along only for the chance to gawk at more ancient ruins. She's not wrong there. Right, let's talk to Folo. Because I want to sort some stuff out. Firstly, I want to sell these Stardust. And this Stardust as well. And then I want to buy Oh, we're going to have enough money for 5 full restores. Right, we'll move them all. And we'll store them all. Let's get these gravel out because I want to see. Yeah, Gudra does. Okay, HP. And the attacks. Okay, Lopunny. Right, okay. Nothing. Oh, wait, hey. Oi! Get back in there. Nothing on Umbreon. Nothing on Decidueye. Well, technically we could do speed for Heracross. Okay, Walrein. We'll give you one on the special attack, and then we can raise that even further with the Grit Gravel. There we go. Now on to the next lake that we're going to be visiting. And it's recommending us to go to Alabasta Icelands. I'm not too sure if it is like, it will recommend us to go to Crimson Islands first if we chose Admin as a travelling partner or not, but we're going to follow exactly what the game wants us to do. Good, the fact that the red sky is making this snow look the colour of pink. It's actually interesting. Because technically, if you mix red and white, it does technically make pink, so it makes sense. I could probably think of something worthwhile to talk about really, but I can't really think of anything personally. I think I remember one of my episodes of this LP earlier on. I happened to talk about with Proton John announcing him transitioning, announcing that he was trans, and I kind of mentioned how I kind of felt like I was in that same boat myself. I guess I could technically say that I am trans because I have had moments where I mentioned I'm basically two people trapped in one body. So on the outside I'm more of a male, but deep in the inside I'm more of a female kind of thing. I don't know if this actually has any recollection of my personality, but I actually admire looking at patterns, both on wallpapers, clothing, or just colour patterns on plants. Because literally, I show fascination in looking at particular plants when I look at the colour petals that each individual plant has. But I can't say that admiring flowers of different colours is enough to say that you're more of a feminine heart. Because more of a feminine heart for me is expressing my caring personality to one another. Because I always put others before myself. Even though, yes, I do have moments where it's what I talked about last episode with my football training session, saying in my opinion, this is either a good idea or a bad idea, and people keep contradicting everything I say and completely ignoring the truth. It's like, I want my values to matter. I want people to actually hear everything I have to say, because what I speak is helpful advice, but no one pays any attention to it. That is what irritates me. So, upon entering the cave of Lake Aquity, we got an Alpha Hisuian Sorok. Could that be the dreaded Baneful Fox? Yeah. Right, this time I'm going to lead off with Umbreon. Because Hisuian Sorok, a normal ghost type, only has one weakness, and that one weakness is dark. And he is a heavy hitter as well. And yes, Sorok will always start off with a nasty plot. So we'll open up with a Snarl. Agile style Shadow Claw. So we can do another. Yeah. The way how the Pokemon are programmed in this, they actually like act in a cunning style of battle. Wow. 2 Ultra Balls I use and both of them fail. Okay, let's now go to a Leaden Ball. Are you kidding me? Is this kind of a case where it's like, the Pokemon will refuse to get caught unless one of my Pokemon is dead? Is that how it works? It certainly seems to be the case, because Sorok, he should have been caught by now. Alright, since you love using Shadow Claw, I'm going to send in my Lopunny. Now, get in the ball! Oh my god. Alright, you load my offense, that's perfectly fine. I'll just hit you with an Ice Punch. And just kill you anyway. Because if you don't want to get caught, they're not even going to bother trying to catch you. The Baneful Fox. It is a Pokemon said to be filled with malice. We were told stories about it as children. So, firstly, we found Mesprit. Here is Yuxi, the being of knowledge. Come, I will test your knowledge. Combi, Subat, Unknown, Magneton, Dusclops. How many are there with eyes? Tell me each, one by one, yet all at once. Answer me. You can ask the Pokemon to repeat the Pokemon. So we had Combi, Subat, Unknown, Magneton, and Dusclops. You probably would think, add all the numbers together, but no. It's add all the eyes into one equation. So it's basically, Combi has 3 faces, each with 2 eyes, so that's 6. Zubat doesn't have any eyes. Unknown only has 1. Magneton are 3 Magnemites joined together that each have 1 eye, so that's 3. And then Dusclops is a Pokemon that only has 1 eye, so that's 1. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. We obtained Uxie's Claw. You would never have thought that the Lake Guardians would have had claws. Because, do you see claws on that Pokemon's body? I don't. Goodness, that was tricky. But only 1 more to go now. We now leave. I assume it all went well, Bella? Still, I must wonder, why don't they just give us the red chain? Why all this running around? Perhaps they to test whether whoever seeks it is worthy. Perhaps you are right. Who knows what would happen if it fell into the wrong hands after all? Though, on the other hand, what use would those wrong hands have it for? Who could say for sure? Maybe the red chain has some other use besides mending the world. The red chain's as mysterious as this entire predicament we're in, but if we're to continue visiting the lakes, we'll get closer to an answer. Yet we'll return to Kogita's home. Wonderful. Then we can see if Kogita has any more sights to share with us. Feeling stiffness in my body, as I normally do. So that's Uxie's Claw. I sense a warmth to it. I do have to wonder if anyone else has ever completed the trials of these lake Pokemon. Indeed, yet we may want to add just a dash more speed. Things in Jubilife Village are tense. What makes you say so? It seems a Pokemon's been glimpsed on the other side of the rift. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants informed me that Commander Kamado has raised a force not to survey the Pokemon but to subdue it, should the need arise. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants? You make it sound as if you're not one of them. Now, if Pokemon truly were to appear from beyond the rift, what would become of everyone, I wonder? Don't let Hishui's great fastness stop you, Bella. Let's go get the final item we need. That's the spirit. I'll come watch this historic moment unfold too. Watch? Is that all you really do? Remember, once you've sought the third lake and found what's needed for the red chain, make for the shrouded ruins. Yeah, it is best recommended to do Lake Fowler last, because Crimson Mirelands is where the Shrouded Ruins are located. We're going to walk to Bogland Camp. Just ignore the wild Pokemon because they mean nothing to me in this whole predicament. just scale up here, jump right into the water. This is where you can find a guaranteed Alpha Whiscash. And onwards to the last lake, which, in case you're wondering, will have another Alpha Pokemon for us to battle against. We've battled Hisuian Gudra, then we battled Hisuian Sorok. But who is the last Alpha Pokemon? What an eerie space. Why would there be columns inside a cave anyway? It's Overquill. Watch yourself, Bella. Those quills look vicious. Overquill, as you remember, being a poison dark type, only has one weakness: to ground. Now, if it actually comes to my Pokemon's moveset, I'm happy with Decidueyes. I want to swap a move for Dark Pulse. Snarl has actually been helpful to us. Swift has also been helpful because his movement never misses. So it's between Power Shift and Focus Energy. And to be honest, I've never really used Power Shift to swap Umbreon's defensive stat into his offensive stat because it's been too risky. So we'll get rid of that. And I will also get rid of Focus Energy for Calm Mind. Lopunny, I think you're perfectly fine. Even though Double Hit doesn't actually do anything. I could technically go for Quick Attack. Oh, he actually got Close Combat and Double Edge. Nah, I'll go for Quick Attack. Heracross, you're perfectly fine. Gudra, you're technically... Actually, wait. I don't think Gudra's fine. Ironhead. Yeah, we do need a Steel type move. We'll give it a Sludge Bomb. And Walrein, you have Bulldoze, which is good. Don't think anything worthwhile to switch out. Okay. So let's open up. I'm not going to bother catching this Pokemon. Let's go, Walrein. Now, after this battle, I will be ending off the episode, okay? So, in the next episode, we will tackle Azelf. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to end it now, actually. In the next episode, we will finish up this fight, okay? See you guys then.